It's the morning of April the 27th, 2003, in the little town of Bougival, 16 miles west of Paris. Guillaume Depardieu is at home answering questions from reporters. Ever since he announced the week before that he was going to have his right leg amputated, this young man has given one interview after another. Guillaume is 32 and an actor like his father, Gérard Depardieu. And for the last 7 years, he has been fighting a battle against pain, one role he had not prepared for.
My job is making films, producing them, acting, making music. It's being an artist. That's my job. It's not doing what I'm doing now.
But Guillaume Depardieu is no longer offering audiences his talent as an actor, a talent recognized in some 20 films and crowned with the César for Best Male Newcomer in 1996 in Les Apprentis by Pierre Salvadori. Today, he is committing his courage and celebrity to a crusade against nosocomial infection, the cause of his amputation. Nosocomial infection is an illness picked up during a stay in hospital. There are reportedly 800,000 victims a year in France, of whom over 4,000 die. So the mission promises to be a difficult one for Guillaume, who has pledged to carry on for as long as his health will allow. He's extremely wary of what he tells journalists because he doesn't trust the media. This is from an interview he gave in the afternoon. Should you declare war on smokers? Philippe Thiers replies. Are hospitals dangerous?
Oh God, I look awful.
Since his motorcycle accident in 1995, Guillaume Depardieu has undergone 17 operations. During the fourth, he picked up a bacteria that cost him his leg. Today, the actor has decided to tell his story.
I really do look terrible. I can't see where I lost 40 pounds in hospital.
His tendons, muscles and bones are all eaten away by the infection, and Guillaume can no longer bend his leg without excruciating pain, an agony that prevents him living normally. His everyday life is a torment. Neither medicine nor morphine help. So how are you feeling today?
Do you see what I look like?
So what's it like day to day?
Every day is hell.
Well, what does that mean?
It's hell.
So, as the ultimate remedy against this hell, he chose amputation. For the first time, Guillaume agreed to have a camera accompany him. His aim was to denounce what he considers a problem of public health, a scandal that has, until now, been swept under the carpet, an injustice of which he wants to be the last victim.
En 1995.
Yes, I will go all the way, whatever, so bye-bye. To think I will be saying that all day.
These interviews exhaust him, but it's the price he must pay to express his revolt and announce the founding of his association to fight against the infection. No one expected to see Guillaume in such a role.
You know, I never felt I was a spokesperson. I don't have that mentality. I have more of an artistic mentality. So it runs counter to the idea of an association. Now, I tell myself I have to force myself. I have to do it and go all the way. It's simple as that.
It would be easier to hide away, yet Guillaume risks making his pain public to transform his personal drama into a battle on behalf of others.
Now I'm going to get the morning mail, just like every morning. But because my mailbox is broken, it comes here. This is my mother's place.
Guillaume tries to limit his movements as far as he can. Even going to his mother's a few yards away is torture. Each twist of his knee, even though it's supported in a brace that he wears 24 hours a day, is extremely painful. Do you read it all?
Yeah, that's why I need people to send me money, so that I can have volunteer. Yes, hello? So call next week. Okay? Talk to you later. Ciao. That was about my old job, actor.
His old job, because today his condition means he can no longer act. Back at Guillaume's house in his bedroom, now doubling as the office, we find Morgan, a friend. She's here to answer the dozens of appeals for help received by the association. Some of them have nothing to do with nosocomial infection, but what they all have in common is human distress. They know the problem. You'd think there was nobody but queers about. I'm disturbing you. You're pure. Okay, I won't disturb you any longer. No, don't worry, madam.
It's okay, Alison, it's nuts. Talk about courage, energy. Give me that.
Wait a minute.
Allô? Allô? Oui, bonjour, Guillaume.
Hello, yes, hello, Guillaume Depardieu. I just got there. Yes, tell me, madame. I get the feeling you are not very happy. No, we are not going to chop your head off. Trust me, send me the files, send me everything. Look, I have to go now. No, it's not serious. There is no problem. Lots of love. If you do that, nobody will call. You see? I tell you, you will only get 2 calls a day. On the top of that, they are getting to you. Look, it's been like this for 2 years. What do you want me to say? I know it's sad. Really, it's not cheerful. But that's how it is.
Guillaume rarely leaves his house. Lying on his bed reduces the pain. And to go to the village, just a few hundred yards away, he has to take the car. As he can no longer drive, he relies on his friends to take him. Today, Wilfred is acting as chauffeur.
Yeah, man! L'autre, elle croyait que c'était...
That girl thought it was going to be fun. Yeah, you start an association, everything is fine, everything goes so sweet. Morgan get 2 phone calls and the kid tied up for 2 hours. She sure came down with a bump.
Right, boys!
We get to the Trois Billards, a bar in Bougival, not far from the house. It's also been his HQ for some time, his office, and also his bolt hole.
Would you give me a small one, please? This is the foundation, and these are my personal bills. You must not mix them up, and it works fine. I'm happy. I'm happy because I never thought I could inspire confidence. Lots of other things, sure, but no confidence.
The confidence that people have in him allows him for a moment to forget the pain that is eating away at him.
Urgent, urgent, urgent.
This is where he's arranged to meet reporters for the last interview of the day. Guillaume wants to do things his way, to control things to be sure he gets his message across.
Move up, so you get the best angle, so we can really do things. Take some pictures, and there we go.
But exhausted from taking on his pain and that of others, he breaks down.
At this moment, I am alone. Next week there will be an association, a foundation of people who will help me, because I'm alone and I can't go on. I'm too tired. Too tired. Another drink and then we go.
La chaise, c'est à moi, tout est à moi.
Okay, let's go.
Guillaume needs to clear his head. Tomorrow, 2 trials await him. He has to meet his surgeon to know the date of the amputation, and then the doctor who will take care of his artificial leg. To relax, Guillaume is going to eat at a restaurant with some friends. But something happens to spoil their enjoyment. Two women, a mother and a daughter, fans that Guillaume didn't need right now, have come all this way to persuade him not to have the amputation. We phoned you 2 days ago. It's us.
How did you know that I was here?
We looked for you everywhere. We wanted to see you. We went to your house and asked where you were. They told us, at Fernand. So we went to Fernand. Listen to me, the aim is to soothe the pain and to keep your leg.
I have a doubt about that.
Because the person I'm in contact with is a traditional doctor, but who also does natural remedies. He can soothe your pain without morphine.
I made my decision a year ago.
You should reconsider it.
No, just leave me alone. Will you?
You can't cut your leg off.
Of course I can. At least I will be able to walk. You don't have any idea of the pain. So leave it out.
Okay, don't get mad.
But it's finished for me, do you understand? It's too late. You want me to say it any louder?
We'll stop.
Bloody hell.
Look, I'm offering to come and fetch you to meet this doctor so he can talk to you about it.
De venir te chercher, de rencontrer Stoubi, que tu lui parles de tout ça. La discussion était entre nous. Oui, mais voilà.
Guillaume leaves the table without eating. All his efforts during the day to put his torment aside and accept his future are wiped out. Back home, Guillaume turns his anger against himself, drinking to numb his suffering and wounding his already bruised body. The next morning, about 9 o'clock. Like every night, the last one was short and bad. The unfortunate meeting in the restaurant the night before really upset Guillaume. At times like this, he listens to music very loud, which helps him tune in with his inner self.
Pas mal, hein, Bauer.
It's not bad and it's really appropriate.
En plus, c'est de circonstance.
Without having breakfast, he leaves for the Trois Billards.
Merci, Bruno. Hein.
Thanks, Bruno.
Merci, Bruno.
Merci, Bruno. Ouais.
Thanks, Bruno.
Bruno, il m'a envoyé.
Bruno sent me 2 crazy girls last night. No, it's really nice, but that's not the point. But he does realize what these people are like. They have nothing to do with you, but they think they are on you.
He goes behind the bar to kill time, even if standing is unbearable. Behind his show of good humor, Guillaume is anxious. After 7 years of torment, he's hoping today will bring an end to his suffering. He agrees for the camera to go with him again, but he doesn't open up.
I'm not in the mood. Shit.
And for good reason, because Guillaume is going to choose the artificial limb that will replace his leg after the amputation. He's tense and smokes cigarette after cigarette, using his cynicism as a weapon.
The dead man's last cigarette.
The hospital is about 16 miles away. Weary, he lets himself go for a moment.
Get a grip, gentlemen. We know how to die. I swear I'm so fed up with this hospital. Every time it's the same. We are here. Are we? Let's wait 2 minutes. Let's wait 2 minutes while I come down.
His eyes are swollen behind his dark glasses. Silently and without showing it, Guillaume has been crying. His appointment is at the Center for Rehabilitation and Surgical Appliances. Here they teach amputees to use their artificial limbs. To respect medical confidentiality, we only recorded a few snatches of the conversation between Guillaume and his doctor. It's a discussion that Guillaume wants to get over quickly.
Okay.
You had an accident on October the 7th, 1995, is that right? You were driving or a passenger?
I was driving the bike.
Okay, and what happened? You crashed?
Listen, not only I am a child, but I'm also in a big hurry. I don't want to play the star, but I want to see the equipment you are offering me.
Yeah, so what are you interested in?
The best, of course. What do you expect me to say?
The best to replace his leg. We head to the amphitheatre with Dr. Ménager, who is also the centre's director, to watch a video cassette and to show Guillaume what his prosthesis will look like. After seeing the demonstration, Guillaume doesn't want to wait any longer. This is a knee with a hydraulic device. It lets you, it has a big advantage over the traditional knee. It means the knee can absorb the shock going down steps or slopes, for example, which are normally very difficult to negotiate with the usual prosthesis.
With my stiff leg? What interests me is knowing whether you have this on all the time or if you can take it off at night to go to bed.
You put this one on like you do your pants.
Okay, that's perfect. That's what I wanted to know.
You put it on and take it off at night.
That's perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's do the paperwork.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm on a tight schedule. Really, I'm up to the year.
Tombé dans la marmite, quoi.
Guillaume has to return for 3 months of rehabilitation. It's a relief because he saw himself being forced to wear an old-fashioned prosthesis. And for the first time in months, his mood improves.
Shit, I feel awful. It's my mother's, so I have to.
Guillaume's mother is anxious and wants news. Like the rest of the family, she did not want to be filmed, but is very present in her son's life.
Lots of love. Ciao. My mother feels better. My little sister. July. Yeah, how about you? I got back from the center where I saw all the protheses. It's really great. Big kiss. That's really what I say to myself in my head. Never give up.
How are you going to manage? Because an appliance like that costs a lot.
Yeah, the problem is I'm going to do things for the first time. Things I never did before. Like ask my family for money. I really like this technology to be available. Because people... Me, I'm lucky. I can ask my father, for example, for money. He has the means, but others, they don't.
The prosthesis does cost a lot, more than $25,000, and it's not reimbursed by Social Security.
What a question.
It's 3 o'clock. We're in the parking lot of a Paris hospital. Guillaume has just a few more minutes' peace. Another meeting awaits, a much more serious one. It's to fix the date of his amputation. So, as in all the difficult moments, his music is with him. After 17 operations, Guillaume sees the amputation as the last hope of a normal life. It's his decision. The outcome is near, and Guillaume counts the years lost of waiting in vain for a cure.
In fact, it's the waiting that's the hardest. It is the hardest. I wish I had it done right away. Too much time has been wasted. Been 7 years, that's a long time. It's long. So it's quite normal you have a time to get scared.
He's restless and wants to get it over with quickly, as he explains to the surgeon.
I have to be operated as soon as possible.
Well, Friday the 6th.
All right, then, Friday.
The time and the date are fixed, a little over a month away. Guillaume didn't expect it to be so soon. He's in shock.
All I want to do was to get away. I have had enough. I have had enough. All I want to do is get a gun and shoot everybody. Goodbye.
For once, Guillaume allows himself a night out. For a short while, he rediscovers the pleasure of people of his own age. He goes to a concert by M. Guillaume leaves in the middle of the concert. It's too painful having to stand.
Tavde.
A few days later, at the beginning of May, we go to Guillaume's house in Bougival. Fabrice, a childhood friend, is helping him sort through the mail and listen to messages. There are lots of them, and most from the same person, who is very agitated and who doesn't suffer from nosocomial infection. You didn't understand me, but at least I deserve to be heard, just for a moment. Say goodbye and farewell. Against my will. I don't want to die young. I don't want to die before my time. Okay, go and get some rest, Guillaume. Confined to his bed by pain and exhaustion, Guillaume is a little edgier every day. The date of the operation is 1 month away. Go and rest. The day, June the 6th, is going to come, whatever, Guillaume. Guillaume feels powerless for himself and for the others. In the room below, so painful for him to reach, the mail is piling up. He hasn't the strength to answer it. The association is on hold. Upstairs, beyond the stairs he can no longer climb, are abandoned musical instruments. Guillaume had a studio fitted out because he's also a musician. Drums are his favorite instrument. In the next room is bodybuilding equipment, long since little more than scrap. As a little boy, Guillaume explored every room. What was little Guillaume like? What did he dream about?
He was fine. I feel close to that little chap, to that little boy. But he was stronger. Well, I mean, he had all his limbs.
From time to time, another child lives in the house. It's Louise, Guillaume's daughter. He is separated from his wife and has trouble getting around, and the little girl of 2.5 rarely comes here. When she does come, Daddy is overwhelmed. He allowed us to record the tender words they shared.
We go Betty Bice now. Come on, Betty Bice.
On fait un petit dodo. Allez, on reprend la totale.
Coucou, papa.
Coucou. Ouais, on redort. D'accord, et puis après on se promène. Oui. Aujourd'hui, je suis un peu...
My mind's somewhere else today.
J'ai la tête un peu ailleurs.
Where is your mind?
Chez ma fille.
With my daughter.
Guillaume, why does seeing your daughter upset you?
I don't know. It must be personal. Maybe because I don't feel I am up to it. I don't feel I am capable.
Maybe because Guillaume still has one foot in childhood, maybe so he can remain his father's child and go on wearing the costume Guillaume Depardieu wore in the film Forte Sagan. It's Monday, May the 12th. Guillaume is at the Ministry of Health. He's managed to get a meeting with the minister, Jean-François Mattei.
Méfiance absolue.
Total mistrust. You ask for it, you got it.
He doesn't know what he's going to say, but he's come to look for support in any form to advance his battle against nosocomial infection. Guillaume wears a suit and tie for the occasion, but because of his exhaustion, his pain and his medication, he lacks clarity.
We are going to talk now. I simply want to say that I'm going in on June 6 to have my leg amputated, and if I come out alive, in any case, there will be a lawsuit going on after me. So I am simply suggesting one thing: either this blow up in your face, or we try to make these things better. Now you must make yourself clear. You are giving me until June 6 to do what? First, tell the lab that the policy of systematic use of antibiotics has to stop. And the development of high-field plants, which means grapefruit seeds that totally destroy the Staphylococcus aureus bacteria. I'm already telling doctor not to prescribe antibiotic. Come on, I've seen the ad.
The conversation wanders. There's no outcome. Guillaume prefers to leave.
I hope your mic worked. It's fine. I was perfectly honest. Goodbye, sir. So, how did it go?
In fact, he's deeply disappointed. He came to denounce a public health problem. He hoped to make some progress. It was a failure.
Here is my famous tunnel. This is where, bang, here.
Every time he passes the spot, he remembers falling off his motorbike when he was hit full-on by a case that fell off a car's roof rack. That was 7 years ago. His leg was injured, his wrist and his shoulder blade were broken. However, he would have recovered if not for the nosocomial infection. Guillaume tries to get over the failure at the ministry by going to his refuge, the 3 Biarritz. There's a paper on the bar, and we can see the motorbike that Guillaume gave his father for his birthday. Is that the bike you gave your father?
Yeah, that is.
Don't you feel scared for him, giving a bike after what you went through?
No, his mind is what scares me.
Whenever you talk about his father, Guillaume cuts the subject short. He looks away. It's a touchy subject. Motorbikes are his passion, and he can't ride them anymore. But when the temptation is too strong, his fellow bikers allow him a little treat. A burn. Showtime.
Ah, merci.
Hey, thanks. Whoa, we really made a hole there.
Le gruyère est passé.
Happy, he goes back to have a drink. But deep down, his morale is low. The amputation is in 3 weeks. He can't forget it, except with a drink.
Just one. Okay, another one.
And he's fed up with people trying to persuade him not to have his leg removed.
No, that I get about 100 of those every day. Don't do this, don't do that. So stop screwing me around. Stop screwing me around. What I want to do is move forward. We each have our life. For me, my life is to move forward. And I can't move forward on a hospital bed. Okay? Do I make myself clear?
Guillaume, a prisoner of his leg, seeks refuge in alcohol. He stays in the car. He can't summon up the force to go inside. Cornered, on the brink, he breaks down.
It's too much. I can't do it. I am all alone. I can't go on. I'm pretending I don't want my daughter to see me like that.
Exhausted, Guillaume falls asleep. It's the middle of the afternoon.
I'm someone need love, tenderness, affection. I need reassurance. Yes, to be reassured.
early June on the train taking Guillaume to the south of France. Guillaume wants to go into the operation in the best possible condition, so he decides to rest with some friends. The operation will take place in 1 week. We're in Biarritz, where Guillaume is taking a break, as he says. The association can wait for the moment. He has to look after himself. Valérie, his host and friend, will keep an eye on him. But Guillaume is worried. The train ride seems to be affecting his health.
Now I'm getting worried because I have a gland swelling up, and if it is inside the staphylococcus, things could get bad.
He goes up to bed because he feels he has a fever. Over the phone, his doctor advises him to take things easy. The pain shoots through his knee. He readjusts his brace, which he never takes off, even to sleep. On TV, it's tennis, the French Open. Are you interested in sport?
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. But now I must say I'm not wide-eyed like a kid when I see those muscles like that. That I used to have. Days when I am in a bad mood and my whole life is much more of a burden than a motivation. Sure, to get through days like that, I say sportsmen make me vomit.
Outside, the family is playing boule. Guillaume can't join in, but he would love to. The game is interrupted because Guillaume is feeling very poorly, and we go up to see him. He doesn't want the camera, though. What do you want us to do?
Nothing. If it's not better tomorrow, I will have a medical exam.
If the infection recurs, he will have to return to Paris and put back the date of the amputation. It's bad news. During the night, the medication takes effect. We find Guillaume in fine form and in good spirits.
What are you doing there? On all four legs like? You have no dignité, madame. No dignité. Tell me, Madame Michou, have you seen my cat around? I've been looking for him for an hour. I will lock you in ours all night.
Enfermé, pas bouger.
Don't move.
Vous avez perdu mon chat.
You have lost my cat, Madame Michou. You're lunatic.
I think Guillaume has just one desire, what he calls being in the real world. I think that's also why he decided to come here. It's quite obvious when you're someone like him, completely overexposed. For example, we have simple things here that he adores, that he really likes, like the meals. He just loves to eat. He adores this rhythm of normal life. And we do too, of course, because we have a little boy and we have to keep a timetable. He likes it. It gives him balance. It's 12:30 and Guillaume joins the family for lunch. Look what Daddy Guigui's bought you, kids.
De la passe. Une passe-quiquette. Une pince-quiquette, fais gaffe. Hein.
Voilà. Tu veux que Guillaume...
Do you want a Guillaume to adopt you? No, thanks. Let's say your mother is watching you. Let's do some psychology. Tell me what it is.
Un coucounette.
Little bullies? They're that good, Guillaume. What this?
C'est moi.
It's me.
A little walk along the shore after a nap. Guillaume and Valérie go to the terrace of a cafe overlooking the beach. The operation is in 1 week. Far from home, Guillaume manages to forget it.
Ah, mais t'es un zoomer. Ah ouais.
He feels confident here. The camera moves away, and he talks about his father.
Mon père.
My father. The life that I didn't want to have is the one he had. I thought he was wasting his time, that his job was just shit, that he was ridiculous, spending your life like that, away from your family.
The conversation ends there. In fact, Guillaume never got over his father's absences, a father too taken up with his job as an actor. It's the eve of his departure. Valérie has guests for dinner. Guillaume is relaxed. His friends have done all they can to put him at ease. He's going to have the amputation, and his decision is respected. Nobody talks about it. They try to be cheerful for him.
It's your non-birthday. To be honest, that's really a bad joke. And tomorrow you can hunt Easter eggs in the garden.
There's no more filming for tonight. These moments of happiness are rare, and he wants to savor them in private. Monday morning, June the 1st. Guillaume is able to sleep here, but he hasn't dropped all his old habits. He starts the day with a glass of wine.
Do you know why you drink? Yeah, firstly because I'm worried, because I can't sleep, because I have a day that just hit me up. And the reply is like the one is in The Little Prince. I drink to forget that I drink. In the end, the final thing is alcohol. But I'm lucky in that. I'm completely impervious to any idea of being addicted. So I drink a lot. But I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just excessive, but when I drink, I also feel good. I manage to bear things that are unbearable.
A few hours before he leaves, Guillaume gives himself a little treat. He accompanies Léo in his piano lesson. He can't play anymore because his leg prevents him. That's a regret for Guillaume, who studied at the École Normale de Musique in Paris.
So that's the sad song?
He, who has so much need for affection, offers his to the children and his friends who have looked after him since he arrived. Then he goes for a nap.
Good night.
He rests for an hour, then Valérie goes to wake him. He looks like a baby. You'd want to kiss him. I can't wake him. We've tried everything. We've been trying to wake you for half an hour. Dragged from his sleep, Guillaume takes a last look at the sea.
Êtes-vous heureux?
Non.
Est-ce que vous avez l'aptitude?
Can you be happy? Do you really want to be happy? Yes, of course, I want to be happy, but I can't. The dream life is Dallas. And really life, it's children. You can't lie to children. Are you still a child?
No.
No. Yes, I'm still a child, but in any case, I grew up badly, which is a pity. Okay, let's go. Come on.
Allez.
Guillaume takes the plane back to Paris. The train journey down was too painful. The first visit is to the Trois Billards, where Guillaume finds the regulars. And there's also the old cowman from Bougival, whom he's known for years.
You old bastard! They are cutting my legs off.
Oh, shit. Do you have an artificial one? Do they fit it right away? Is it on? Is it there?
No. It's 3 weeks. 3 weeks for the scuffs to heal. I'm not going to shout because you're deaf. Yes, it has to heal over. You're as deaf as a post. Go on. Have your drink.
Maybe you'll be happier. I know it hurts you. Well, I have trouble walking.
Yeah, but you are indestructible. That's the things about the weeds. They never died. He's 90 and he won't die. Water, sir.
Guillaume decides to avoid alcohol before the operation. Goodbye, everybody. If I don't see you again, be brave and good luck. Good luck.
Stop it and don't die. Anyway, my life will change, that's for sure. I think I'm ready for it. I'm a bit mixed up. I'm a bit lost, in fact. It's going to be tough tomorrow.
The next day, Guillaume will go into hospital. His friends are there for his last evening, but he quickly leaves them and goes up to his room alone with his music. For a moment, he forgets the camera. But then he remembers. Much later, during the night, a few snatched images, so as not to disturb the little prince, peacefully sleeping. Tomorrow, nothing will ever be as it was. It's 10 in the morning. In 2 hours, Guillaume will leave for the hospital.
I really don't feel good. I can tell you that.
How do you feel?
I'm scared. Another life, that's it. So I'm taking just 2 pairs of pants, 3 pairs of socks, which will make 6.
Yes!
At least you save on socks. That's good. Hey, the doctors recommend it.
While Guillaume prepares for a life turned upside down, in the room below, the mail continues to arrive and the machine records messages. Yes, Guillaume, I'm going to stop. You've abandoned the old lady. She's going away. You didn't understand me. Go on with your fight. I'm sorry if I upset you sometimes. Good luck. Good luck.
Bonne chance.
Ten days later, we meet Guillaume as he leaves the hospital, with the scathing humour we know so well.
One lost, 10 found.
His friend has come to fetch him. He has to go straight to Valenton, the rehabilitation centre.
Let's split.
Non, ça, la porte est pas loin.
It's not too far.
Ouais, ou alors on prend le plus.
We can take the ring road and get off at Mayo. Damn, this is great. I can do this, everything works. Yeah, okay, now I'm going to start discovering things. It's like being born again. So for my waxing problems, I've decided to change. I've got myself a leg. Honestly, it works. Look, can you see hair? Anywhere? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But before starting his rehabilitation, Guillaume wants to drop in on the Trois Billards at Bougival to give his friend Fernand, the owner, a hug.
When I say I will do something, I do it. Do I look like I'm joking?
You've really killed me this time.
I don't have a leg anymore.
Yeah, I know. A brief visit home to pick up some clothes before leaving for a long stay. September the 29th, 2003, and we're meeting Guillaume at the Valenton Centre to film a rehabilitation session with his new leg and to see how he's learning to walk again. Guillaume is supposed to have been here for 3 months, but they haven't seen much of him at the centre. His room is often empty. It's midday, and it's in a nearby bar that we find Guillaume. He comes here every day and spends several hours here. There have been some changes. Guillaume is wearing his prosthesis, and it's changed the colour of his hair. It's a way of giving himself a lift.
It's not easy. I don't have an easy life. Sometimes I act like a girl when they are heartbroken. They get their hair cut or fix themselves up. They change hair color. Right now, it's true. It's not easy.
It's not easy for Guillaume to adapt to his new life as a handicapped person, and he has never felt so alone. For a long time, whenever they speak, he and his father fight, and during these last weeks, via the media, they have definitely broken off relations. This affects Guillaume deeply.
We don't talk anymore. Well, just once. I had him on the phone, but I had to hide my number. I asked him if he was proud of what he had said. And he said yes. That was a smack in the face. A giant smack in the face.
Despite his hurt, Guillaume tries one more gesture towards his father.
I'm offering you my hand, so come whenever you like.
If he offers you his hand, what will you do?
I take it. I take it. We have no time to lose. Life is short. I will take it.
In the afternoon, Guillaume goes back to the center, but rehabilitation still doesn't interest him. And even if he's made some buddies, as he says, he remains alone.
Shit.
In fact, Guillaume is sorting out another problem, in addition to the handicap he already has.
I can easily tell myself stories. I can easily lie to myself and say, oh, tonight it will be okay and tomorrow you will see. It's on another day. No, it's never on another day. And when you have a problem, you have it. And you have to face it. That's all. And my problem is alcohol. And I have really to watch it. And I can't trust anything, especially myself.
Relieved of the pain that prevented him living his life for years, and aware of his demons, Guillaume turns a new page. Before the operation, a lot of people tried to dissuade you from it. What would you say to them today?
It's done. Finish. It's over now. There is nothing left to say. I have to learn everything over again. Start from the beginning. Do it all again.
Guillaume can sit at the piano again. In the future, he will be able to resume his career as an actor. Guillaume has successfully come through the operation. Now a new struggle awaits him, this time against himself.